doing one thing or another. So it's not because I don't like my sister, but I mean, you give birth to this thing, these little ones, and you know you are drawn to them. So maybe that is the kind decision came from an emotional place. You know, I want to do it for my niece, while in the actual sense you are doing for your sister. Do you see from this angle? So what would you do?
Okay, for me, I'll feel very much disappointed and hurt that my parents would actually do this to me. Money for my education. Without my knowledge, you used it
for party
and you didn't remember to put it back. So I feel disappointed and hurt. Then we need to sit down and look for what is the way forward. It's true. What are we going to do? Because I feel that, just like Abu said, by suing them, they don't have the money.
Of course.
So if they sue them and they can't pay, they go to jail. So we have to sit down, have a round table talk. What is the way forward? We have to deliberate on the results that will come out. So that's what I'll do.
Okay.
That's what we've done a round table talk.
Yes, and
What if they've had a round table talk and she's seen like they want
Nothing
to talk about
reasonable.
family thing and you know we're
okay,
family
and if at the
togetherness.
end, I feel that they don't have the means to get this money. That means I have to fend for myself.
And I think that's what she's running away from, because
Trying
lots
to-
of I think it's not
There's
even
nothing
in
they can
it's
do.
not even in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So you know how it works there. You have to get student loans, and then with student loans, it can follow you for a long time.
Long
in your
time
life.
paying.
Even when you get a job, you need to be paying. You're barely even getting anything at the end of the day. So that's what she doesn't want to even
Go
handle.
through.
So she's looking for a way for them to just
Manufacture the money.
Just
Yes.
bring
And
the
how
money.
does she even know that the money that was kept for her would see her through school?
Okay.
That's
How does
another
she
thing.
know?
Okay.
Because it's
Alright.
possible that they just
Because
kept an amount of
inflation
money.
and- okay.
Inflation. Look at the way everything is
She has
happening.
parents now. The father and mother should continue.
Okay,
where
so
the
you
money
know
stop.
that they can
But
give
do
you
know
another
that
money, but you are.
they were not supposed to have access to that money.
So that means they would have gone through an illegal
Exactly.
means to
They
get
were
the money.
No,
supposed to.
we
Yes.
don't know. We
No,
don't
she
know.
said
No.
that she didn't know how they had access to the money.
So it's possible
Yeah.
that while a person is still a minor, the
of
person's
course.
guardian is
Can
in charge
have
of
access to that
whatever.
money.
Decisions.
So yes, they could go through that and maybe access the funds. I believe. But what I'm trying to say is, if they do not have, they have to find a way to get the money, because
course.
I don't know if
really
she's
bad.
up to 18 yet, but they're still responsible for her. They're still supposed to
Of
be
course.
paying,
At this point,
you
even if
know,
it's
her
20.
bills and all
My
that.
money.
I mean, at least every one of you here, every one of us here, our school fees, university was being paid.
Yes.
By
I
our
know
parents.
by our parents.
Yeah.
Somebody like me, something that I did not see, don't used to pay me. I did not use my eye to see that money
Oh, she
before.
was aware of
They
that
just
money.
did she use her eye to see it?
Imagine.
But you're aware.
Somebody has now, for instance,
Let me
Amina,
tell you something.
want to. Somebody told you that I kept money for you for
In an
your
account.
masters in.
Yeah.
If you want to travel out, and now you know that yes,
It's time.
You are ready.
your mind.
You
start
know,
getting
do you
to
know?
it.
Do you know the only thing I would demand from my parents? An explanation for how that money was being used.
We used it on your
Yeah, we use
brother's
the
You used to tell your brother, say, I can be pissed. You know, I don't know. Depends on the place where you are at that time. Do you get?
Yeah.
I can be pissed. For somebody like me, I can be reminding my father every day that he's the one that used that money.
But for
Or
her
I can be
to want
reminding.
to see, that means she really needs this money.
She really needs the
She
money,
doesn't
yes.
have any
But you know that there are different
where to
possibilities
go.
to this story. We
Yeah.
don't know the exact
Yeah,
thing that
how it all
happened.
happened,
Yes,
why
it's
they
possible
did
that
it.
she has tried to reason with the parents and they didn't talk to her, or they didn't get to a compromise because they were not willing to talk to her in a way
Yeah,
that
they
was
feel like,
reasonable.
you're
Yes,
tired.
so I'm guessing that's the only reason a child will sue the parents.
Or she may be looking to make them obligated to make all her payments. That's another thing. If you don't have the money now, just know you're
When?
going to find a job, you're going to look for something, you're
You're
going
going
to
to pay.
even if I'm over 18, you're still going to be responsible for my bills or my education bill. So if that's what she's looking for, then maybe
That's fair enough.
maybe that's
Maybe.
Of course, she's not
There's
hoping that
so
they'll go to
many
jail. She
maybes.
just
How do you
hoping
know?
that-
Have you
Going
seen these
to-
white kids?
Yeah, going to jail now is their decision. And if they don't provide the money,
Have you seen these white kids? They will
You
tell
know
the
them.
judge that if he doesn't have the money, he should go to
they will
jail.
provide the money. They
How
will.
does that even
I'm
help
sure
you?
their parents doesn't want to go to jail either.
So if they don't have it now, that's the issue
So
here.
yeah, so what's going to happen?
But yes, guys, what's the way out of this? Let's
Yeah.
hear you. Is she supposed to sue the parents, or she should have been a little bit patient with the parents, or were the parents in the wrong? They are wrong, obviously. what in a situation like this, what is your way out? Please call us back 090-7353 0044 or 090-8766-8888. On WhatsApp is 090-9705-4450. What is the way out of this kind of situation?
I think one thing and one person we are omitting here is the brother on whom
Who is not saying anything?
the money was spent. It was spent
What's
on
his
his behalf.
contribution to this?
Exactly. So I don't know if she's suing
What if
just
it's a
the
shock
parents.
on him now to realize that
Okay, like
oh,
what you said,
the
maybe
lavishing
he
of
didn't
that
know
wedding that time
was-
it was this money.
Was my sister
I feel like
education?
which money are you talking about? Which wedding are you talking
Imagine
about?
if she
My
was
wedding.
at the wedding, maybe like a Nigerian wedding.
Chopping
and
rice.
chopping like 2 chicken, popping.
She didn't know that. She didn't know that it was her university money that she was spending all along. I mean, that's
No,
a really,
no, no, no.
that's
She
a
wants-
really.
I know our Abuja listeners now, they're Africans.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll be like, my child sue me, like my child.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. This is
African
alien
parents.
to like a Nigerian community.
Yeah,
Why
that's
would?
true that.
Who even ask you? Who even gave you the mind to go and
ask for
ask
the
your
money.
parents
For the money.
for the money?
money.
How? They clearly, I can already imagine my mother or my father's response. Is it your sister? Is it not my
She's
sister?
my
That
sister.
she's my sister. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, I think how we're being raised, in this part of the
different.
country,
Yeah.
we are big on family.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
right? In Nigeria, we're big on family. There are certain things you don't do because we are blood. There
Yeah.
are certain things you will not do because this person is my family.
Yeah.
So I will not do it. I'm mad at this person, but there's only so much. I don't know times when I get really mad at my siblings. I'm like, I don't even want to see this person. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
to this
It's-
person
it's
again.
natural.
And in 1 minute, the person says something, you're laughing.
Yeah,
there.
laughing.
Yeah.
In that case,
You're
what
tired
is
of
wrong?
silence.
I'm telling
You're
you.
tired of the
So you see,
silence.
that's how we in this part of the country are. So we might never get to the point where we get to sue our parents for it. But if it does get to that point, what are we going to do? What are you going to do? Ask the parents, because you are the parent here.
So if my child sues me, ah, I'm just trying to. I don't even know what to say. Okay, if it sues me, well, we'll go to court and let's see how it plays out in court. Let's see how.
You let it get to the point where you guys go to court.
If he does, because he has already sued me, that means he doesn't want to settle it out of court. I've been subpoenaed. To
But
go
even
to
in court, I'm sure there will be options like, okay,
So
do
let's
you
go-
guys want to settle out of
Of
court?
course.
Of course, I would want to settle. So it depends on my child if he wants to settle or not.
No, like what would you do?
as
Well,
a parent.
Yes.
On this
I'll go to court,
issue,
we'll
you're
No.
guilty.
Yeah.
You know the issue here is that she needs money.
And if
To
if
go
I
back
am
to
at
school.
fault, of course, the onus is on me to make sure that I correct my mistake and look for the money for her.
Okay, the onions is on you. What of the garlic?
As an African parent, like my child, this money, the person
The
that
way
gave
I'm
me this
seeing this,
money,
Lola, she will beat the
is-
hell out of that child.
that child, like
She will beat that child.
Let's remove African and realize that when we are wrong, we are
Okay.
wrong.
More
And
Yes.
try to correct
but you know,
our wrongs.
parents,
But
most
sometimes,
parents will not
Lola,
tell
wait,
you, yes, I'm
sometimes
wrong.
Never.
We allow this African thing to do some things which you're not supposed to do.
Yeah. that's
Seriously.
Okay.
Yeah,
Even
and-
as an African parent, if you have wronged your child, apologize to your child.
Auntie Olu.
I do that.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
You see those things they put on Twitter?
Yeah.
Apologize or drown. You see African parents?
People
They
will
would
drown.
drown.
I think it's because of the mentality
They
and
will-
the knowledge they have. There's
It's somebody, isn't there somebody that passed it on to them?
apologizing.
It's now 21st century moms, Gen Z moms, are now trying to be more reasonable,
Yeah.
saying, you know
Oh,
what,
baby, I'm
sorry. Then the
I'm
child
sorry, guys.
and bang the dog.
I think it
Bang-
depends on the
I-
way you sometimes apologize to your child. Sometimes
It's even the
you make them-
apology itself.
That's why I'm telling you
Somebody
that
will tell you, I'm
the
sorry for
African,
not doing this, for not
the
doing
African
that.
parents is
They're
the
always right.
way they will used to tell you they are right. They will never tell you
Exactly.
actually
I'm sorry,
that they are sorry.
They buy you biscuits.
There
now,
was
we're sorry.
there was a time I wore. I think I forgotten what I wore.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "What kind of clothes is this?" Whoa, she was complaining. I said, something that I use my church men to wear leggings under. You say, what kind of clothes is this? Are you serious right now? She was just parrying. Then her husband, out of nowhere,
Her
he just
husband?
came. He will support.
Of
Her husband,
yes.
my father. He said,
Support ourselves.
she's telling you what you did is wrong. Oga, do you know what we are talking about? You don't even know what we're talking about. If she says she doesn't like this dress, because my mom hates leggings a whole lot. If she say you're not wearing this dress, then you're not wearing it. And I say, okay, now me, I went out of the house. I was so mad. My father now came out and realized that, why is this woman complaining? Look at what this girl is putting now. It was already too late. I was pissed. And we were supposed to go to work together. I left this man.
Okay.
It was in front. It was behind me. Beep. I was laughing. You won't believe. I was laughing crazy in front, but I let him on. He now stopped.
Was wrong of you, man.
He now stopped and said, "Enter." I went to the back of the car. Right? Before I got there, I laughed, and I went back inside. So they were wrong that day. The both of them clearly knew they were wrong. And I know my father, he will say, you are wrong. That thing you did, you were wrong. So I'm sure he must have told my mom that. And then I was at work. She called me. So, because me that gave birth to you, I cannot open my mouth to talk to you that you will listen. I said, please just leave me this afternoon. Me, I don't want your trouble this afternoon. When you are coming back from work, buy me fruits. I say, it's your money. That's
the apology.
That's the apology. I understand it. That is the apology.
But we need to do more than that.
And I think
actually
why we say it's not an apology because it's because we are comparing them
to now.
No, not just to now. To we've seen, the Western style, the Western parenting, and we're like, okay, it'd be like we've been shortchanged. You can actually open
your mouth and say
sorry. We have been receiving apologies in, come and eat, food is ready, I bought this for you.
Yeah.
But we're also looking for
I'm sorry.
Like,
that I'm sorry.
Should I tell you?
Some of us may never get it.
Of course.
But
see, Aboye, let's be frank.
Real life.
If they tell you that sorry, all the thing they buy for you to say sorry, will you have it? We have it. Look at the bright side of things.
Exactly. So
they'll just combine her.
We need to check.
Like I keep saying,
choose your apology.
We need to, apart from that,
Yeah.
I'm speaking from a point of a parent. As parents, we need to say the word "I am sorry." Because
they learn from us.
Yes,
actually,
to your children.
actually.
Yeah.
You are training them.
Yes.
And they're learning from you. Their attitudes, the way they relate with other people, comes from the way
You treat people.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like my father. It doesn't take my father anything to tell you, I'm sorry, but my mother will never do it.
It's them.
Just like what your mother has been
You see those mothers?
It doesn't take him anything to do that, to tell you he's sorry. And I think, like I keep saying, your background has a way of molding you.
But
Into the future.
Yes,
but the
it
truth
does.
is, not to defend their style of apology or whatsoever.
Yeah.
I just think that everybody, when you grow up, you have a mind of your own. Because really, it doesn't take me anything to say sorry and mean it actually.
Yeah, true.
To say that sorry.
Yeah.
But that kind, they are way back there. Their generation is way back there. So it's like a taboo that time for you to now be apologizing for your child to your child. And then we uphold in this part of the country, Africa, not just Nigeria.
Yeah.
Now we uphold respect a whole lot. Like it's something that
How can I say sorry?
The
yeah,
respect
do
culture.
you
How can I
understand?
say
The
sorry?
respect culture is extreme. Imagine somebody, grown man outside the country, still lying on the ground to greet his auntie that he meets at the bus stop because he's from Africa. So it's not something that we get out of our system one day. Thank God, people are now trying to have the culture of saying, I'm sorry, I will do better, and all of that, and all of that. But yes, these are the issues. So now, I think this parent, because we have debated a lot,
I know.
the issue
Yes.
with this parent is maybe I'm thinking one of two things.
Yeah.
It's either
Not admitting that they're wrong.
they're not admitting that they are
and
wrong,
owning up to their mistakes.
because it might not just be a thing with the African parent. There was this show I was watching one time, and the girl was like very bitter about how she was being raised by her mother. I think I shared it here one time. She was crying. It was a show where everybody was allowed to pour out their emotions and stuff, and she was saying, she was talking about how her mother never really cared about her. And then when she was saying that, the mother was also talking about herself. I was this, I was... So she got angry, she got mad and left. And she said, this is what you did from when I was a child to when I'm an adult. You talk about yourself all the time. You try to correct your mistakes using me and all that. So it's not just an African thing. There too, you know, these kinds of things might be obtainable there. Also, I'm guessing it's one of two things. It's either they did not apologize to the girl and, you know, they made her feelings to be, you know, invalid. They just dismissed it and say, you know, why are you asking for the money and all that. They did that. And also it could possibly it's possible that they don't have the money to give back to her. That's one. They don't have money to augment what they've taken from her, and they still don't have money to send her to school. So you see, these are the things that might have pushed her to say, you know what, I'll sue these people anyway. The money is going to come out. The same way they carried what belonged to me and gave to my brother, they will look for another person's own to carry it.
And I think
collect my brother's future now and give back to
thing
me.
is that she felt a sense of betrayal. So I think it hurt her more than any other thing.
Of course.
Because I believe that, like I said in the beginning, if they had come together and she was in the know when they were taking the money, I don't think things would have taken this turn by taking them to court. So she was caught unaware and like, what? My money?
Sorry to interrupt. Do you think it's also the reason, you know, for what the money was spent on? Because imagine if, let's say, it wasn't a wedding, her brother was, you know, terminal. It was really, he was really
there wouldn't
ill
have been
and
any
he
issue.
needed the money, and they didn't tell her. You know, but they use the money. Do you think she'll still have as much rage as she does?
No.
I don't think so. So let me use this word. I don't think so.
So we're excusing it if it's for a life or death reason. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Even if, do you know, I'm guessing maybe because the brother is older than her. If they had used it to school the brother as well, she might have not been angry.
So many maybe
Because it's a system here in Nigeria. We know a lot of families do it. They'll wait. This one will go to school. They wait for that one to be done, start working, you know, put this one in school. That's why you see somebody can be like 20 years in a secondary school.
Because they've been waiting their turn.
You know, so those kinds of things. Maybe she would have not been mad if, you know, the money was used to train the brother.
A good investment.
Very good.
The money would have still been there.
Yes, maybe
double.
doubled.
The interest, they'll spend the interest and keep the money back. So
yes,
so many
but lavishing on wedding.
And from the video,
event.
the wedding was lavish, was it?
Obviously, it's going to be lavish for you to use money that was supposed for education. You know,
of money set aside.
So number one, it was not a wise thing on the part of the parents. The brother, you know, we've been ignoring him for so long.
Bring the money. That's why
we
we
that
shouldn't. Okay, I think she cannot sue the brother because he was not in charge of the account.
directly.
So maybe
and he didn't take the decision directly.
So she's trying to get more. She might be trying to get to the brother through the parents because they know or she knows that he will not sit there.
So what happened to the brother's wife?
What's it called?
No, please. Leave out
She has no business here.
She's married into the family. Please leave out of this.
Welcome.
My
money.
The way we're rebutting her from here.
My money was used to bring you to this family.
Like, she was not aware of this.
Don't worry.
She'll pay. Anyway, she'll pay. You know, she wasn't aware, but now you're aware.
Lola, why are you transferring aggression?
Now you're not there. You're not aware yet. But now
no concern me with daughter-in-law.
You are welcome, our wife. You are welcome. And see the story. Now
backstory.
We are here. There's no how you can like push her out now. She's still involved.
And seriously, I'm telling you,
she's still involved.
I say this thing all the time. If you want to get married, do according to your means.
Exactly. Don't impress anybody.
Do you know?
People
I had a friend that she couldn't feed a lot of people at her reception.
Okay.
Because they had other plans, you know, they needed to do. She moved the reception of the wedding to 5 p.m.
Better.
And she did it in a garden.
Okay.
Where all the uncles and the aunties and all the people that are trapped, they've gone back to where they're going to. So it was just youths like her that came there. And you know, we don't tend to eat too much. We just have small finger foods moving and drinks moving all about the place. There was quality food. I'm not even joking.
I like that.
Quality food, quality drinks, you know, but it's for is sizable or reasonable size or reasonable number of people. So and then we had fun because we danced like it was a concert or whatsoever. It was cute. So there are ways to handle these things. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be large. Just find a way around it and make it really beautiful.
That's why you need to work with what you have. Don't expect that something is coming next
from
year,
somewhere.
so let me just use this one
Work
and then
with
next year
exactly what you have. So yes, we are intending parents, and then there's a parent here. What would you say, concerning the situation? Because it's something that can break a family, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
It can break a family. So what do you advise parents out there?
Yeah, so since we're talking about family and we still need to, no matter what happens, we still need to keep our family intact. It's just to look for a way of or for reconciliation and what needs to be done. Because after all said and done, if she sends her parents to jail, she's still not going to school.
yeah
It's not, the money is not going to come from that. So I think they just need to have a roundtable discussion, forgive, say sorry, and try to see what
How
to do.
to raise the
How
money.
to raise.
that's the cocoa.
If she feels that her parents are incapacitated and they can't do that, that means she has to solicit for help from other places.
Okay.
So what I would say is, we know better now a little bit, and everybody that's a parent, even you, Olububu, nobody, there's no outline for anybody. Everybody is is just doing trying different things to see what works.
True.
So I want to applaud a lot of parents out there, but for the new parents, you know a little better than your parents did at the time, because they didn't have a lot of exposure, they didn't have so many things to be compared to. They were following their parents as well. So we know better, we should try to do better. As for this situation, they should definitely look for a way to help her, with the bills. I guess that's mainly what she's looking for.
Oh yeah, she
And
needs
that's
help.
just it, yeah.
Assistance.
Okay, let's hear you, Lola.
Yeah, generally parents, I think we should set our priorities right. Know what you want to use this for and let it be something tangible. It's better these parents would have used that money to, for investment than passive. That is one. And then two, now she might be feeling, they love my brother more. So we should try, to balance our activities with our children. Let it not cause division and, cause issues. Because later in life, you find that these siblings now they won't be close because they already there's a lot of
there'll be lots of animosity between
them. And the family is breaking. So for you to keep your family together, I think you need to work around your children, no matter how many they are. I think it's even better to limit the number of children. When you have 6, you have one that is stubborn. You have when you have like 2, 3.
People are trying 6.
Someone say having 6. God is giving them
I like
freely.
the word you used, priority.
Yes.
I think they should have weighed this. Is my son's wedding
More
important than my girl's education? So that word is very important. You need to prioritize what you want to do. I mean, come on. Education is far, far more better than a lavish wedding.
Anyways, anywho, whatever which way, I think it's a safe place to wrap up the show. But yes, one thing I'm going to leave out there for parents. Like Aboye said, there are no strict rules. Know your kid and know what works for that kid. 1 is word of mouth. 1 is serious beating. 1 is punishment. Know what works for that child. And follow them like that. And for situations like this, I like it when something is allocated for something, it is used for that thing. It goes far to teach the child about integrity. Remember, we had one of those conversations here.
And money management, even.
Yes, money management, setting your priorities right. Because I don't know how wedding will precede education. So yes, parents, place your priorities right, and anything that will cause friction between your children, avoid it at all cost. Anyway, this is the end of the birthday edition of the Midday Extra Show. Yes, thank you for sticking around with us from 10 up till now. You all have been amazing. Thank you so much. See you again next week, Monday. I'll tell you how the party went. Yes, have an amazing afternoon.
Signing out.
The good tunes just don't stop.